All right, now less than a minute until market open. I'm looking for price to break above here for an entry. We'll see if it ends up giving that. I'm hoping that it waits till 8:30. Right now we have, what, 30 seconds until 8:30 candlestick. I do not like getting on that 8:29 candlestick, which is what we're on right now. But we should be good. It's pretty far away from the entry. I just want a break of this high. All right, YM, come on. No need to push up close to the entry before market open here. I said no need. It's no need. All right, well, I'm in this. 10 seconds until market open. So I'm just going to, hopefully this holds and we don't have a whiplash. Market open. My TP, full TP is 52245. All right, nice. We're at 4K, 5K. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous break of not just this high and this high. This actually just hit TP1. So my full TP is all the way up here. We just hit TP1 and we're wicking off of it now. I'm pretty happy with this break though. I like seeing this volume at the market open, especially if we can get a good 1 minute candlestick close on this 8:30 candlestick above our entry, really above this recent swing high right here. That would be ideal, but of course YM wants to do the complete opposite of what I'm saying for it to do. That is typical. Oh, all right, well, cool. So we got to close above here, which is nice, and we're still pushing to the upside. We're still chilling around 4K, 5K in profit. We hit TP1. I'm looking to see if we can smack TP2, which is at right up here. This would be TP2. And then this is really the high I have to watch. My full TP is all the way up here, sorry, at 5224, whatever, up here. But this is the high of London session. And I want to just be careful above here. This is my TP3. So if we're able to break this, I think we'll be pretty solid because as you can see, we've rejected off of here a few times now at this point. We're aiming for the highs of yesterday's price action. I never actually target the complete high. If you guys have watched my videos, you guys know I really never target the absolute high. I target the general area. So what I'll do is I usually will, is price retracing? A little bit, we're still good though. But what I'll usually do is, let's say this is my ultimate target that I do want to target. I'll end up drawing a box, same way I draw out my support and my resistance zones. If this trade hits full TP, I'll do a whole walkthrough of the video, or a whole video walkthrough of the trade, so y'all know how I do it. But I usually draw it in the general area. And then that's where I usually target at the beginning of that general area. So we're looking smooth right now. We're up 7K. Looking very, very, very smooth right now. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Boom. TP2 hit. We're up 10K right now. This is going smoothly. And the thing I like is that we are going like straight to the upside low key, but we're not blasting to the upside. A lot of times what will happen with YM is we'll have these whiplash market opens where we'll blast to the upside really, really fast with no type of hesitation. And then it'll just whiplash completely to the downside. Right now, we're like gradually going up. And NQ and ES are actually stuck right now. They're not showing any significant direction. They're kind of just chopping around, which isn't too good of a sign, but sometimes YM is a little bit different than the other indices. So hopefully this is just one of the days where it can continue bullish, at least to our full TP. And then I don't care what the heck it does after that, if I'm being honest. We're up 11K right now, though. Looking really, really strong here as we approach the zone that I'm more so a little bit scared of. We'll see, though. If need be, if we end up making a high above my entry point here, let's say price retraces into like this area or probably closer to my TP, I'd move my stop loss to break even. So this is risk free. But right now we're pushing really, really nicely to the upside. We're up 12K right now. All right, so we're having a little bit of a retracement here. Once this retracement finishes, actually, I don't know. I'm looking to see if I'm moving my stop loss to break even. I usually like doing that kind of when price starts creating market structure above my entry. We made a little bit of market structure right here, but then obviously now we're selling down. All the indices are selling down. So NQ and ES are also selling down along with YM. I don't think no news event came out or nothing like that I have to worry about. Yeah, I know these days we got to be keeping our eyes on freaking Twitter. And what's the other one that Trump has? Truth Social. I downloaded that. I follow one person, him. I have post notifications actually on for him in case he tweets something crazy and I need to know when to exit my trade. But I haven't gotten nothing yet, so I think we're good. We're just down right now. But if this low holds and we're able to break, let's say this high right here, I'll move my stop loss to break even, I think, and just let this ride out. We're kind of rejecting off of this general area. We haven't quite, usually how I would draw my zone would be something like this for this area. So we haven't quite tapped into that just yet. So I'm not too concerned that it's rejecting off of the London high, because again, it is selling off on NQ and ES as well. So I don't know, could just be a small retracement. We're still up like 3K right now, so I can't be 1K. 2K, we'll take it. Back to 3K. So I can't be too concerned. We'll just hold this. And my stop loss is pretty safe all the way down here. It is the low of not just the day so far, but it's also lower than it's been during London session, which is a good sign as well. So this is the lowest point. So if it does end up hitting my stop loss, I was completely wrong about the trade. And yeah, but it looks like I might be right here. So we're negative. we are now negative $600. It was going so well. It was going so well. This is, you know what they say, temporary setback for something comeback. We go see. As long as we don't start making market structure down here, like close to my stop loss, I'm good. Because we're still ultimately making higher highs and higher lows. We might just be doing a little break and retest of our initial entry point here, and we're working off of it. See, I am the market whisperer. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly why it sold down this short amount of time. But we're back. Just like that. Absolutely beautiful. See, I told y'all, man, I wasn't scared for a second at all. We're back up 8K right now in this trade. Pushing, that was TP2, we just retapped again. Maybe it was just coming back down to get my inner circle members another entry here in case they missed the first one. That's all it was doing. But now we are doing pretty solid. I really like this. This is the strongest candlestick we've had yet, even bigger than the market open candlestick, which is a good sign, and it's bullish in our direction. So let's see if we can hold this price action and hopefully break that high that we had, and then obviously breaking that part that I'm more so nervous about, which is the London high right up here in this area. Boom. Absolutely beautiful break. We're up 13,000 right now. Now we're tapped into that danger zone. The thing that would make me feel confident about this area here is if we're able to get price to close above this area. Hopefully we just get price to blast above here really quickly and hit our full TP. Boom. Absolutely beautiful. We're at 15K, 16K. Come on. Just keep going, man. Just keep pushing. There we go. 17K. Nice. This is the type of push I wanted above this area right here. Because like I said, this is that London high where price obviously had sold off from earlier this morning. But now that we have the New York session volume behind it, we are absolutely pushing. I could move my stops to break even now if I wanted, or below this most recent low right here. So we got price to close above here. Hopefully we can hold above this zone and then hit our full TP here. Beautiful, beautiful push. This was TP3, by the way. Give me my 20 band skis, man. Give me my 20 banderannies. What is this candlestick? Why did it just jump like that? It like deleted another candlestick before it. 20K. Come on. Come on. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. $20,720 trade here on YM. Bread and butter. We got a little bit scary when it started retracing down, but ultimately we really had no drawdown at all for majority of the trade here. Beautiful trade, man. This is about a 2.8 risk to reward ratio trade. I love my freaking job. Now, this same trade was sent out to my inner circle. As soon as I entered it, they got the same notification to get entered into it. Absolutely smooth trade. I'm glad I was able to make money and also make money for other people. If y'all want to get inside of my inner circle where you can trade live with me every single day, you get access to all of my trades just like this absolute gorgeous trade. And you get to get mentored by me one-on-one. Hit the link inside the description of this video. I'll leave a link for it to have the opportunity to join my inner circle. Let's do a little trade breakdown. Let's hop into the charts and look at a trade breakdown so y'all know why I took this trade, so y'all can replicate it for yourself, so that y'all will be able to find these trades on your own. Let's get into it. All right, let's break down this trade. I'm not gonna lie, I took that trade, then I had a meeting right after. Then my wife asked me to go return some stuff at Amazon, or not Amazon, whatever the heck she ordered from. All I know is that it was a dress and it was $800, and I was for sure gonna return it. Anyways, let's go over this trade though. What I saw, why I entered. This is the game plan I sent out into the inner circle this morning. So we took a YM trade yesterday in the inner circle too, and it hit for about a 2-to-1. But this is the trade that we just took today. Now, the reason I talked about the trade yesterday, or I kind of just mentioned it, is because we did have price sell off fairly strongly on Wednesday, which is last week Wednesday. Price started selling to the downside. I forgot what happened. It was some news that ended up happening. I forget. There's so many things that happen now inside of the world that cause these big freaking rips, either to the upside or to the downside. But nonetheless, we had price sell down, and then we started creating this floor right here. So we had price respect here one time, price respect here again, another time. This is the double bottom that was created. We actually caught the double bottom, or actually on the 1 hour time frame, this was the triple bottom, because we had the first rejection right here, second rejection right here, and then this is the entry that we ended up taking yesterday, bouncing off of here. And we failed to break above this high point right here. This high point right here was extremely significant for me. This is actually the full take profit of the trade you guys just saw me take, because this determines if we're going to continue going back in an uptrend like we have been for the past few months, or if we were going to fail to break this high and continue in the downtrend that was started last week Wednesday. So either way, this is a zone that I did not want price to break above. So we had price still create this double bottom right here. So I had good bullish just confidence that we continue to the upside. So when we created this low here during London session, I was simply waiting for price to sell to the downside here and then bounce off of it. If we go on Discord, you guys can actually see that I sent this exact trade idea out, as I do with every single trade idea. Let's go inner circle and let's go trade ideas right here. So this is the YM trade. It was the same zone that I showed you guys that on the charts right here that I wanted price to bounce off of. All I wanted price to do was sell back down into here, give us our entry criteria, which I'll show you guys in a second, and then bounce off here to the upside, signaling that we were going to continue bullish, right? So as time started going on, we did have price sell down into this area. And keep in mind, I don't like taking any trades before 8 o'clock at least, and I'm on Central Standard Time, so that's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So after we had price tap into here right at 8 o'clock, again, I like waiting until closer to market open. And when I do get closer to market open, I'm simply waiting for price to tap into my zone and then give us a break of a recent high if it's bouncing off a support zone. So what does that look like? We see prices selling to the downside here, creating these higher lows and these lower highs and higher lows. I want price to then tap into our zone, create a new higher high, sell back down, and then break that higher high, and I would enter on a break of that higher high. This is all done on the 1 minute time frame, even though I draw my zones on the 1 hour or the 4 hour time frame. So let's just fast forward so I can show you guys exactly what I was seeing, because I really didn't think I was going to get a setup today. Because if we fast forward here, we see at about 8:24, price wicked below my zone. Now, a lot of people always ask me, when do I invalidate a zone? Meaning, if price breaks below my zone, is that just an invalid zone for me? The answer is no. The only time I invalidate a zone, let's say this is my zone, is if price comes, taps into it, breaks below it, and creates market structure below my zone. then at that point, this zone is invalid and I would delete it. But as you see in this example, price ended up selling below it. It did break below it, but then it failed to create market structure below it, and it actually created a new high for us. So this was now the most recent high. If we're looking in this downtrend, remember I told you guys I want to see price break a recent high. This is now that most recent high. So at market open or close to market open, I was then looking for a break of that recent high for my entry, with my stop loss below the most recent swing low. So if we fast forward here, we can see we ended up breaking it right on this candlestick right here. I entered as soon as it broke above that high, as you guys saw on the live trade here. My stop loss was right below that most recent swing low, which is right here. That's where my stop loss is here. I was risking around 7,200, I believe, on this trade specifically. And I was able to make a little bit over 20,000, as y'all saw. We can fast forward and end up hitting TP1. Then we had TP2 right up here, as you guys saw on the live call. And then this is that London high area that I told you guys I was a little bit nervous about. If we were able to break that, which is my TP3, then I'd feel super confident about the trade. And if we fast forward, ultimately, we were able to break it and end up hitting our full take profit. Price did end up tapping into that blue zone afterwards, which is that high point that I was explaining that I wasn't sure if we would break above, but if we did break above it, we would probably continue and bias to the upside. I was not holding my trade that long, ended up hitting our full take profit, reversing very slightly, and then blasting to the upside. So if I held this, I could have made way more money, but that's trading. It's a game of never being happy. If we make money, we're happy that we didn't hold it to make more money. If we lose money, we're not happy because we lost money. But that is essentially the trade. It's the same strategy that you guys see me talk about on my YouTube channel very, very frequently. If you're in my inner circle, we take the same exact setup every single day on NQES and YM. Again, if y'all want to get access to trade live with me every morning, if you want to get access to all of my trades, all of the other profitable coaches trades, we have a trading psychologist inside of the inner circle. I've made the inner circle to be the thing that I wish I had when I was trying to get to the point that I'm at now, being able to make whatever 20K in a matter of 25 minutes. I put everything in there, course material, the AI version of Joovier. You have everything you would possibly need to be able to get to the point that I'm at now, as long as you put in the work. But I'll leave the link for the inner circle inside the description of this video. Now, obviously you can't make $20,000 with a few $100 inside of your account. That's why prop firms are absolutely amazing. They let you leverage other people's money. They allow you to be able to take trades like this that could potentially make you thousands of dollars without you having to have multiple thousands of dollars of your own personal money to trade with. So there'll be a picture of a video on your screen right now. I suggest you guys watch that. I do a full walkthrough on how to actually utilize prop firms and scale prop firms with whatever strategy you have. I'll also show you guys a more in-depth scalping strategy that I think you'll love. So click that video. I'll see y'all there.